All right, number 5. Once again, it says using the add-on method. All right. Michael wants to buy some new exercise equipment for his fitness center for $141,000 financed. That is your P. At an interest rate of 14%. That's your R. And then it says if Michael pays off the loan in 5 years, he will pay, he will pay $98,700 in interest. Oh, really? Right here. If Michael pays off the loan in 5 years, he will pay that amount of money in interest. I think I'm just going to double check that, shall we? Interest is equal to principal times rate times time. The principal is $141,000. The interest rate is 0.14, and they're saying he pays it off in 5 years. So I grabbed my calculator and I did that multiplication, and I got $98,700. Well, look at that. They're right. Okay, fine. So that is what they just said, all in that pink there, okay? I need to make that bigger because this is not flowing very well. There we go. That's the pink. Okay, next part. Now it says, if Michael decides instead to pay off the loan in 6 years, purple, how much more interest will he pay if he had paid off the loan in 5 years? All right, so I have to do the green part now. I've got to figure out, well, what was his interest? What would the interest be if it took him 6 years to pay it off? Obviously, it's going to be more because he's taking longer to pay it off, right? So once again, it's interest equals principal times rate times time. The principal is still $141,000. It's still at 0.14%, but this time he's going to take an extra year. So when he does that, his interest is $118,440. Now their question is, if he were to take 4 years instead of 5, how much more? Much more. That's a difference, isn't it? How much more interest will he pay? So to do the purple, I basically just have to take the answer for the green, which was this one. This is how much he'd pay for 6 years, minus, the amount of interest he'd pay for 5 years. Just subtract the two. And the difference is he has to pay an extra $19,740 if he takes an extra year. That's a pretty good chunk of change. That's a car. But hey, sometimes you got to do what you got to do. If you can't get it done in 5 years, do it in 6. Whatever that's what you do. But the longer it takes you, the more interest you have to pay. So just beware of that. And that's number 5.